In today's video, this amazing clock.
Still have to wear a jacket, and also a mask here, but it keeps fogging up my glasses. I have an idea. I need a cheap mask that doesn't work, so the hot air can go around it. Let's find a non-working mask. €7 for 3 masks? What the? So this one, so I'll find a cheaper one. I'm not going to pay €7 right now. That's great.
I have just arrived at Charles de Gaulle International Airport with Saudia from Dubai via Riyadh. But this flight wasn't the end of my trip for today. That's why I decided to take a flight that arrives early in the morning. That leaves virtually the entire day to get home. Before leaving the airport for the train though, I had a little look around. Flying into Charles de Gaulle for the last time was a number of years back already.
It's really cold here and I have to take the train. Later in the week it will be spring-like with 20 degrees, which is way better than just around 0.
The first train of my day is a French TGV, but then the low-cost version of it they call inOUI. Since there's only one consonant in the brand name, it must be French, I guess. But most important is that the train pulled in on time and we were about to board directly. That bird-like squeaking sound seemed to originate from the overhead luggage storage rack. Yes, it was annoying. Yes, it was there for the entire trip to the city of Lille. That no filter hashtag didn't really work, as there was a filter on the window in the form of "I have not been washed in weeks." Leaving the inOUI train from Paris, we have now arrived at Lille-Flandre station. Flandre points to the Belgian Dutch-speaking part of Vlaanderen, but also to the northern French region that is called Flandre.
Nice old little city center. A little bit of wind here, so it feels really cold. But the skies are blue. Look at that. Complete change than it was compared to it was in France just over 2 hours ago. It was raining an half an hour before we flew over snow. This looks really nice. I've been here before, but I'm just passing through. In 15 minutes I take a train to Belgium, to the very ugly city of Antwerpen. That's an old-fashioned one. That is an announcement from the train station here in Lille, which is still in France, but really close to Belgium. Now I'm going to wait for the train to Antwerpen. Weather is still very sunny, it's just cold. The train has arrived, so 15 minutes.
From here on it will be all regular trains, no high-speed trains, no fancy tourist-only trains. Hopping on trains like I do now is increasingly an option. However, connections might be hard to make unless you take enough time between trains. The thing is, 2 hours is really long if you're just at the train station, as they aren't as big as a regular airport.
The train to Antwerp. That's first class. I'm sitting in second class. It's just an hour, so. This train leaves in 8 minutes, so let's sit down, settle down, and the next stop I'll have about 20 minutes.
By leaving the city of Lille, we are crossing some urbanized area before crossing into Belgium. Since it's all European Union with its open borders, there are no passport checks here. The only additional requirement compared to before the pandemic is that wearing a mask is required in France and Belgium, but not in the Netherlands. This, of course, at the time of making this video in April 2022.
And this is the beautiful train station of Antwerpen. We have 2 more trains to go, short ones, so relatively fast. We should be at the final destination in 2 hours. But there's a lot of tracks here. Let's catch our train, because I have 1 more to catch, I don't want to miss it. That will be a major cock-up. Chocomel. Cool. Hello, Rafa. Belgium and France had a mask requirement. The Netherlands doesn't, and we have just entered the Netherlands. So I can save this for later. Means I have to take 1 connection, and I have arrived. Yes, direct train to Eindhoven. Still cold and windy here. It's about 10 degrees, so that's 30 degrees cooler than it was in Dubai yesterday. And yesterday was 18 hours ago. With 4 hours of sleep, so you can imagine. It's a really cold wind. I'm going to find shelter. The only shelter, the platform, smells the hell like disinfectant and it's not healthy. So I guess disinfectant or glue. Someone's been sniffing glue here. That's also possible. Terrible smell. No, it's disinfectant. Going to Amsterdam.
And that's the wrong button. See, 4 hours of sleep just isn't enough.
Yes, yes. Eindhoven. I have reached my destination. So thank you for watching and see you soon.